Welcome back. Episode 95.
God damn it, dude.
Episode 77.
77.
And we're back. Joe's back in town, a little vacay.
Happy to be here. Happy to always do one with you, Kirky. A lot of stuff's happened right now.
How was the vacation, first of all?
It was nice.
How was the weather? 65?
It's, it is never, there's only one season. And it is 65 overcast.
Because right now we're sitting in a garage that's 95 degrees.
And we did it right before it gets the hottest it will be all day.
No, it's a sauna in here, though. It gets hotter. It could be 85 outside, but it's 95 in here.
We're going to be sweating in 15 minutes.
I'm already
sweating.
Yeah, I'm already sweating.
I'm already used to it.
So, I don't really care about the Boston Pacers series.
I mean, who gives a shit? But can we just acknowledge that Halliburton took a team to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, Halliburton started warming up now. Now he's playing good. But
yeah, he's making threes.
Yeah, but of course, when I bet on him, he doesn't. But whenever I don't bet on him, he does.
I get the bias.
But the Mavericks game is again tonight. And the first game, I don't know, did you watch it?
A little bit of it.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards combined for only 30 points. They went I think Anthony Edwards was 6 for 16 and Karl Anthony Towns was 6 for 20 or something like that.
Yeah, you definitely got to stop with the Jordan comparison with Edwards.
Well, no, they only lost by 3 points.
I know.
And their best players played terrible.
They're favorites. They should be favored in the series. In the last game one, they lost home court advantage already.
Well, they're favored 5.5 tonight again, and I didn't even realize they were.
They should
home.
win. They have to win the night.
No, they'll win, but I don't know if I'm gonna bet the 5.5. I don't know if I'll lay the points.
Did you see how Kyrie played?
That's what I was just gonna say. Kyrie, it looks like he's just playing. When it's the playoffs, this motherfucker just fucking balls.
If I'm a Boston Celtics fan, I'm thinking right now, where was this Kyrie? Where was this version of Kyrie that we were supposed to have with Tatum and Brown and the super team?
That was 4 years ago?
I mean, dude, yeah. The guy went to Boston after going 3 straight finals with Cleveland, and he's only 25 years old. You think, all right, this guy's going to be the face of our franchise. And then he goes, he has a 6-year dilemma where he just, he's not really all there. He's not all committed. He's got to deal with the vaccine shit.
Where else did he go other than Brooklyn? Nowhere else. It was just Brooklyn.
No, yeah, it was Boston, which was horrible, and then Brooklyn was horrible, and then this is his third opportunity, third team, and yeah.
You think if this Kyrie was on the Lakers right now, they would have beat the Nuggets? I think they could have.
Yeah, I think the difference between him and D'Angelo Russell is they probably win.
Well, Kyrie's getting you 25 a night at least.
I mean, considering that the Lakers are up 70% of that series,
and they
would
still
think
have
Kyrie
D-Russ
finishes
too.
games.
Imagine if they still had D-Russ.
No, that's just going to ruin it.
How?
You can't play basketball with Kyrie and D'Angelo Russell on the same court.
Yeah, but D-Russ will get you those threes.
D-Russ will be the guy on the bench just eating chips.
You'll
be so out of the
20
game. No, dude. Dude, Russell last 2 playoff runs against Denver. You can't play the guy. You can't play the guy. I mean, he comes out. It's he's only playable if he's making 50% of his threes, but most of the time he's not. He's going
50%.
I mean, dude, those were the only games that we were up by 20 in those games, and they came back and beat us.
I don't care what his percentage is. It's when he's making 5 or 6 threes a game.
Yeah, no, he is J.R. Smith. He's J.R. Smith. He can be the best player on any given night, and he could be the worst player.
Did you watch that J.R. Smith documentary on Amazon Prime?
They made a documentary about J.R.
Not a
Smith.
documentary, a documentary series, like a 3 or 4 part episode about him going to that school.
The HBCU?
Yeah, in North Carolina and playing golf.
Yeah.
It's actually good. LeBron's company produced it.
Of course.
Yeah, it's actually good. It's been out, though, for a couple of years, but this is his first year he went, and he's on the golf team. It's hilarious. He's J.R. Smith on the golf team.
Didn't he get a 4.0?
Probably, I think so. Yeah.
How do you even?
Just bullshit.
Yeah, JR, I'm gonna give you a 95. I'm gonna pass you. I'm gonna give you an A.
JR takes a test and he's looking at it and he's fuck. Goes to the professor and goes, "Hey, I don't know anything. What could you give me though?"
Do you think he's there more out of just I want to get an education, or do you think he's just that bored?
He just has nothing. Yeah, he's got probably nothing to do.
What is he gonna do?
Education probably too. He's fuck it, I could do this instead. Play golf.
He's 35 years old with a high school education.
I don't even know if he's paying to go there.
He's on Scully. He's probably
Well, yeah.
That's why he's playing a college sport. He went out of high school.
He's terrible at golf. He's not terrible. No, he's good at golf, but for college golf, he's terrible.
That's
he's
tough.
shooting 80.
Is that what he's shooting? Okay, I thought he was doing a little better.
80. No, probably 80. Yeah, he's probably an 8 handicap.
Think about how much more attention you get with
That's
J.R.
what I
Smith
was
on
just
your
going to
team.
say. You bring J.R. I didn't even know what that school was until J.R. Smith goes there. I think it was NCANT or something like that.
Yeah, it's like an AT&T, something in the name.
Yeah, A&T.
Well, speaking of getting attention for no real warranted reason, Bronny James just had a combine.
He's been doing good, though, at it.
He has been doing good, but he's 6'1", so he's, handful of guys that are 6'1" that have any impact in the game. He's got a slow jump shot. He didn't really have a good college career. I mean, considering he only averaged 4 points at USC. I think he's good. I think he's a good defensive guy. I think he's
going to get bullied.
I mean, just the amount of it. Like, he's going to get drafted where Manu Ginobili got drafted in 2002, and Ginobili went the 57th pick in the second round, and he got no attention whatsoever going into this draft. And that's where Bronny's going if he gets lucky.
Dude, I would not waste a draft pick on Bronny James.
I would with the potential of getting LeBron.
Yeah, but
I hope the Lakers sign him.
Dude, wasting a draft pick on a guy like that, like...
Dude, did you not see Hood Schauffele last year? They already did waste a first rounder. They're just drafting guys. I mean...
He just imagine him guarding a guy like a Kyrie or a Tyrese Halliburton.
You still think, like...
Dude, they're going to take him to they could take him to the rack every time. If they go ISO on Bronny James, it's over every single time.
I have this irrational belief that Bronny James is like a Pokemon card right now, and I feel like he's going to keep evolving to like what his actual card potential could be.
You know
and
who's
that's
really
LeBron.
good? You know whose son's really good? Is Carmelo's son.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Bryce.
I don't know what grade he's in.
He's like a junior probably. But Bryce James's team, his EYBL team, just played Carmelo Anthony's son's team. And Bryce had like 8 points or some shit. And Carmelo's son had like 20. But this kid who's on Bryce's team, I think he's like the number one player, or he's not the number one, but he's a 5-star. He had 40. Mm-hmm. And he's just fucking so good.
Do you remember the one guy on those like Bronny James teams like in 8th grade? They remember the kid who was like in 8th grade? And
Gabe Cupps?
He was 6'10".
Oh, no.
Remember, he was like this big-ass center. 6'10", and like as an 8th grader.
The really fat kid?
Big kid.
Kind of remember him,
like,
yeah.
Offensive tackle. I don't know. He's got to be due to get drafted.
But you remember Gabe Cupps? The white guy? Who was on Bronny's team?
Yeah.
And he's a shooter. He plays at Indiana. He's decent.
He's
a freshman or something this year, though.
Baller.
Yeah, he's good. He probably doesn't. He doesn't start, but he gets like probably 3 threes a game.
Yeah, he gets minutes. Yeah,
he's gonna shoot.
I would love to see Bronny James just get drafted by the Lakers. Just to kind of see it, you know what I mean? Just to see, because they're going to put him in, like, the 80th game of the year. Lakers are probably the 6th seed.
If I'm LeBron at this point, I'm saying...
I'm leaving.
And I'm saying I'll take $20 million and I'm going to Warriors.
He's not going to do it.
Or anywhere. I'm going
LeBron
anywhere.
James.
It's stupid.
It's the brand. Yeah, his brand is what's killing him.
That's why Tom did it. Tom took less money.
It's just a different sport. It's hard to compare. It's a completely different sport.
You're the GOAT. Tom took less money. He won 7 rings.
Dude, Michael didn't take less money.
Yeah, but that was Mike. That was a different era. If LeBron was playing back then, he would have done the same shit.
You just know, like, LeBron going to year 22.
Mike
you can't win a ring. You can't win a ring if you're paying that guy $50 million.
Yeah, you can't. You can't, because you can't get other guys. That's the problem.
Because what that kills, it's like you can't get 2 other role players that could help. That would be, like, big roles in series.
Like getting guys like who? Like a
stupid name, but he's not a bad player, but like a stupid name like PJ Washington. Like, you could not afford that guy. He's on the Mavericks right now.
Yeah,
they traded
PJ.
for him midseason.
He starts.
He's
He's a shooter.
He's a 14 to 15 points a night. He's going to play defense, a 3-and-D guy, athletic, young guy. You can't afford a player like that with LeBron getting paid $50 million and then AD on top of that.
What do you think about that kid who was drafted second this year, that Brandon Miller?
I like him.
He's good. Yeah, he's good.
I've heard a lot of Paul George comparisons, but I'm not going to lie. I have not watched a lot of Charlotte Hornets games from last year.
I didn't know the Pacers made it to the Eastern Conference Finals a decade ago with Paul George.
Dude, they were good.
I know they were
Frank
good.
Vogel?
Roy Hibbert. They had Hibbert.
Hibbert was a stud.
Who else was on that team? It was Paul George, Hibbert, and there's another guy.
Everyone sleeps on David West.
No, there was another guy.
Dude, David West is the second best guy on that team.
No, there was another
Lance
guy.
Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson
was a baller. George Hill was good on that team. They could have had Kawhi. That was actually one of those weird drafts where they traded Kawhi Leonard's draft rights to San Antonio for George Hill, and he ended up being the starting point guard.
Paul George back then was a dog, one of the best in the league.
Dude, he's still really good.
He still is really good.
He's really good.
He could shoot the shit out of the ball.
He is probably one of the best B-plus players you could get right now. He's a
really
great
good.
third option.
Yeah.
He gets hurt too much.
Did you see Luke? So the All-Pro team came out just now, didn't it?
Yeah.
Who was on it? Luka, obviously.
Luka was first team. Tatum was first team. Jokic was first team.
Who was the one?
Shea was first team.
Oh, okay.
And then Sabonis got third team.
Okay.
Sabonis got it's bullshit
he
that
should be first team.
It's bullshit that he got third team and he wasn't an all-star.
Yeah.
He's a top 15 player, but yet he didn't make the all-star thing.
Yeah,
like,
but so I guess Luka he made first team.
Yeah.
And he's eligible for a max contract, like the biggest contract of all time.
It's like 5 years, 346.
Yeah, he's gonna be making $70 million a year.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
$70 million a year, dog.
Yeah,
There's this guy I work with, and his name's Markel.
Yeah, shout out Markel.
I was just fucking on my phone yesterday when I saw it, and I was like talking to him, and I'm like, "What would you if you made $70 million?" Because this guy at work, he's always on the phone. He talks to like 3 different girls all day, and he says, "I love you" to each one of them. It's the funniest shit.
Love it.
He's older. He's like 40. And this dude, I'm like, what would you do with $70 million? He's like, shit, I don't know, fucking bitches. I'd have unlimited honey packs. Because he takes those honey packets. It's the funniest shit. He goes, shit, I don't know, fucking bitches.
$70 million. I don't get how you can even play hard. How can you even play inspired basketball, motivated basketball when you're going to make $70 million regardless?
And it doesn't matter if you get hurt. You get hurt. That's what I was telling him too. I go, so dude, if he gets hurt, like say he tears his ACL game 1 of this next season.
Doesn't matter.
He's getting 70, but then say he heals up, comes back for the next season, he's ready for game 1 again, tears it again, doesn't play for 2 whole years. He's making $140 million for not playing.
Lonzo Ball's made $65 million, and he hasn't played in 2.5 years.
Yeah, dude, that's good for him.
Like he hasn't played, but he got paid.
That's good for him.
He got paid like
he's never going to play again.
I think he comes back. It's been 2.5 years.
Well, they say his injury is just awful.
I think he said he's at like 70%.
Yeah, he said it's just awful. He shoots. He still practices all the time.
2.5 years is wild. I mean, is the guy 30 now? You don't even know how old he is.
No, he's still young. Because how old's LaMelo? 23, 24?
LaMelo's still... I think like LaMelo's our age, 22.
He's like our age or a year older.
Yeah.
And... what's his name's only 3 or 4 years older than him.
Lonzo's 25, 26
probably.
Yeah.
He's like 26 probably,
yeah,
which is still young.
He seems like an old 26.
Yeah, he does.
Like maybe it's because he's been in the national spotlight since he was 17 years old in high school, where it's like it's hard to believe like LaMelo's 22. Like I feel like LaMelo's 28, 29.
Dude, that Chino Hills team was the legitest team.
Dude, it's hard.
What happened
it's hard
to LiAngelo?
I don't know. It's just,
He made the Hornets one day. And
I saw they started a podcast.
Who?
Him and Lonzo are doing a podcast.
Oh, no, I saw Lonzo was doing it by himself, I thought.
Oh, maybe it was just LiAngelo.
He probably just had LiAngelo on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just his guest.
Dude, everybody's... Paul George has his own pod.
He's got a good one.
I don't watch it, but I watch the clips of it on Snapchat. Like, I follow it, the clips one.
Unless you're not a real fan of a podcast, you're only going to see clips of the others.
What else one? Who's that other guy? That Theo Pinson? I watch his sometimes.
I've never watched a Theo Pinson one.
I don't watch it. I watch the clips. When I say I watch it, I watch the clips.
It's clips, yeah.
Theo Pinson, because he has good guys on. Like, he'll have Donnie Mitchell on. He'll have Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, you just have anybody on. Like
good guys. Like, dude, the Bridges, I didn't know Bridges when he went to Villanova when they won the 2 back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Dude, that's badass.
Dude, they're the New York Villanovas.
Yeah, Villanova.
I hope they sign him. I hope he goes to the Knicks. Mikal Bridges.
McCall? Yeah.
So all 4 of those guys that played on Nova.
Who else was there?
DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson.
That's another. I didn't know Brunson went there.
They all went
there.
But
I know DiVincenzo went there because he. I was listening to the story about DiVincenzo, and he was a guy that wasn't really on anybody. Probably wasn't going to get drafted, and then in like the national championship game or like the Final Four game, he dropped like 40 points or something crazy.
Yeah, he had one of those runs.
And he got drafted 16.
Yeah, he had one of those crazy March Madness runs.
Yeah, he had a crazy March Madness. He wasn't even on anybody's radar, and then he got drafted 16th.
Dude.
And now he's going crazy right now, dude. He's dropping 30 some nights.
Dude, he was their second best player.
He shoots the shit out of. I didn't know Josh Hart went there either. I mean, why would I know that?
Josh Hart is probably my favorite player on that team, though.
Well, they're done. So who cares?
Dude, shout out them though. Jackson, did you not see all the injuries they had?
Dude, they're done. Who cares?
Hold on, I got it. Let me just say something real quick. By the way, they have a podcast too. All 3 of them.
Who? Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, and DiVincenzo?
Yeah, I know Josh Hart and Brunson have a podcast. It's actually kind of funny.
I've never seen it.
Shout out the Knicks, considering they had Julius Randle out for the season.
I think
Mitchell
with Randle
Robinson
they would have
out for
done
the
worse.
season. Hold on, Mitchell Robinson was out for the season. Bojan got hurt for the season.
Oh yeah, he's big time.
OG got hurt for a little bit. Brunson hurt his hand towards the end. Josh Hart had a sternum problem. Happened in Game 6. So I mean, that's half your roster, and it's like to Tom Thibodeau maxes talent. Like, he made that team a lot better than what they would be with any other coach. Like Frank Vogel, they're not even getting into the playoffs. They were the second seed with that team, the way it was constructed. But they just get burned out. Like, he's playing guys 45 minutes a night in a playoff.
He has to.
But like that's all his teams. Like, he did it in Chicago. He's done it in Minnesota. He plays those guys till they have nothing left.
Dude, it's not a bad way to play them.
They're a fun brand of basketball to watch, and I enjoyed it.
If you look at that roster, you would have never assumed that they would have made it as far as they did or be a 50-win team.
That's what I mean. Like, it's impressive. Like, it's a hell of a year for the Knicks, and I think if they were a little bit healthier, like I think with Randall, they definitely play Boston.
I just wish they played Trae Young in the first round again, but it's whatever. Where's Trae Young going this year? Lakers?
I hope not.
Why?
What are we gonna do again, guys? We're gonna do $40 million to Trae Young, $50 to AD, and LeBron again is gonna get paid $50 million fucking dollars.
What's the cap?
That team is a 6 seed at best.
What's the cap?
The cap's probably 150.
No, it's not. That's nothing.
No, is it 205?
If they're paying
I think
Luka
it might be 205.
70, there's no way
It might be
they're
205.
paying him half. Yeah, okay.
It might be 205.
So 50 to LeBron, 50 to AD, that's 100.
75% of your roster
40
is
to
paid for
Trae
3
Young,
guys.
there's 140. Yeah,
30,
fuck it.
75%
And
of the roster.
play him 45 minutes, except LeBron can get 40.
But this is the problem: is you get into these games and you're like, who the fuck's on the court with LeBron? There's nobody who can shoot.
Trae Young?
Like Cam Reddish is on the court. Why is Cam Reddish getting
Trae
minutes?
Young?
Why is Torian Prince on the
They
court?
just need to draft good this year. They need a good guy that they draft this year.
They made one of the worst draft picks last year. They could have got Hawkins.
Who was
the
the
guy
guy?
in the Heat? They could have got.
Was it worse than the guy that got drafted first by the Cavs that one year? What was his name?
It's nothing's worse than Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett.
Nothing tops that pick. That's
Anthony
the worst
Bennett.
pick you can. I mean, you can argue this draft is probably going to be just as bad as that draft with Anthony Bennett coming out.
There's not many guys coming in this draft. What about that one guy from Purdue, the tall guy? Is he supposed to get drafted?
I hope he's a lottery guy.
Is
I
he
hope
supposed to-
I hope he goes
Did
to
you
like
see
a
the
solid
Hawks
team.
get the first pick?
Yeah,
You know what the odds of them getting the first pick was if you would have bet on it?
probably like 4%.
$10 would have won $400. They were 40 to 1 to get it.
And think about it. If they would have done that last year, they would have had Victor Wembanyama. Completely irrelevant now, but this draft class is historically bad. Like, I think if they wanted to trade out of that first pick, you might get
But
like
how
a
does that even work?
role
Dude,
player in a first round.
But how does that even work? Because the Hawks were not too far out from the playoffs.
Yeah, they're in the playing game.
Yeah, but like, how do they get the first pick?
Anyone who's out of the playoffs is immediately in the lottery, and so from those lottery teams,
Yeah, but
I
how
think
do they
there's-
pick them?
I think it's based off like the amount of ping pong balls you have. So like,
Okay.
so like if you're the
the worst team
14th
has the
pick,
most.
yeah, you have the most ping pong balls,
And they only have like one probably in there.
Yeah, and
and
if
they fucking. Oh my god.
and this is the weird part about it too. Is like there's a lot more ping pong balls for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
The Detroit Pistons have been. I mean, they've been horrible for last 20 years.
I think
basically,
they're a top 4 pick right now.
but last 3 years, they have been
They've been
outside the top
screwed.
4.
They've
But
been
they have been a
screwed.
top 3 worst team.
Yeah.
And like they got the 5th pick this year.
That's why NFL.
They had the
should
best
just do it
odds.
like the NFL.
Yeah, but it doesn't like you don't get those weird years where like Cleveland wins the first overall pick with Andrew Wiggins, and then you're allowed to trade him for Kevin Love. That's why it's probably rigged. It's probably
Well,
rigged.
dude,
'Cause
dude, the Hawks were a playing game and they got the first pick.
how do the Spurs just kind of fall right into Victor Wembanyama? You tell
They
me
could-
that.
any team. Well, they were really bad last year too.
I know, but it's just like right? Like why wouldn't he go to Charlotte? Of
I
course
don't know,
he's
but
going
they
to San
didn't-
Antonio.
They
You're
didn't do that great this year though. They did better than they would have obviously without him. But I mean,
They went 22-60.
Yeah, they
but
were
they're going to be
pretty
good.
bad.
Like they'll be fine.
yeah, they need to make moves now.
Did you see that Victor Wembanyama made first team all defense?
I'm not surprised.
He's a stud. He's going to win probably 5 defensive player of the
I'm
years.
not surprised.
If
at all.
Gobert has 4,
Who won Defensive Player of the Year?
Rudy
this year?
Gobert.
Again?
this is 4th one. If Rudy Gobert has 4, Wembanyama should have
That's
8.
what I heard about in the Mavericks game. When Gobert was on the court, they weren't able to do anything, I guess. But then when he's off is when they started making their runs.
Yeah, I think he's an elite defender. I think the only guy you can't guard is probably Jokic and probably Embiid. Those guys just embarrass him.
How cool was that Game 7 Timberwolves Nuggets game? They're down 20 points
Loved
with
every
8
second of
minutes left in the third quarter. They're down 20, and then they went on like a 21-3 run.
I mean, did you see that shot that Rudy Gobert hit, the fadeaway?
Yeah.
When you're seeing that shit, it's your night.
Yeah.
It's your night.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like,
dude,
I haven't seen Gobert make
Anthony
a shot
Edwards,
under 2
they're
feet.
down 20, and Anthony Edwards is like telling his walking after he makes a bucket, walking past his bench. They're down 20. He's like, "Man, we coming right back. I'm coming back for this shit."
And I think I think he's a great.
He's a winner.
He's a great person to have in the NBA right now.
Oh, he's going to get paid.
Because I think this is what people are kind of craving. They want that Kobe guy.
Was he
they
second
want that
team?
Jordan type of player.
Was Anthony Edwards second team?
All
Obviously.
NBA?
Obviously.
Second or third.
Second.
You know who made second? It kind of made no sense.
Who?
Kawhi Leonard. He
What
made it
about
over
Brunson?
LeBron.
Third?
Brunson was first.
First?
No,
You just said
second. He was
wasn't.
second. He was second team. Yeah, because it was Luka and Shea. Yeah, Luka,
That's-
Shea, Tatum,
That's
Jokic.
SGA. SGA's out, so who cares? I don't care about him no more. He sucks.
SGA's a stud.
He sucks.
There-
Who's going to be MVP? Who was MVP? Did
It was
come out yet?
Jokic.
Again? Who was it supposed to be, SGA or him?
You could have made an argument for SGA,
Yeah, but
it was,
Jokic, you can't. He got screwed last year. You got to give it to him.
it's like, is Jokic really going to get the 4 MVPs and then LeBron's only going to have 4? It's like LeBron should have won 8.
How many does Jokic have now? 2?
3.
3?
He has
He's going to
3.
get like 6.
You know, I think his prime's going to end sooner than
I think
what
the
people
problem, though, is he's winning so many MVPs that people are like, fuck, we have to give somebody else an MVP. Even if, like, just like they did last year, they gave it to Embiid and it should have been Jokic.
think. Embiid played his ass off last year.
I know, but everybody said it should have been Jokic. If you just looked at the numbers and everything, they won the championship. Everybody said it should have been Jokic, but it was Embiid. Everybody said it.
I will.
Like, I know Embiid played his ass off, but
I'll always go back to 2018. I think LeBron should have won in 2018 over Harden. And I think you
was
get
that when
those
Harden
years.
was in Rockets?
Yeah, that was.
Wait, that was when he was balling, dude.
LeBron was on.
balling.
LeBron had nobody on his team.
LeBron, I mean,
Led him to the finals.
dude, I know. Oh, I didn't remember that, but I remember that Harden, when he was in Houston, was a dog. Now he's just a. He did decent in the playoffs though this year,
No,
but
he
he's just
didn't.
washed up. Yeah,
Dude,
he did.
I mean, he.
Okay,
yeah,
when I
he'll
say
give-
decent, 20 points for him is decent right now.
I'll give you. Yeah, he can give you one or two games in the playoffs. Like he'll go 30 points.
no,
win a
he's never
game,
going
won-
30 points.
That's what he did game 1. They
Yeah, but
won
he's-
game 1
That's
like that.
That is such an anomaly.
No, he did it twice in the playoffs. He's done this the last 3 runs. He's like, he'll have a good game. It's like, oh shit, Harden's on. Harden's got his back. And the next 2 games, he drops like 7 and 12, and it's like, all right, well, James Harden can
You
only
know
do
what's
that
so
every
funny
so
is
often.
that's what you know what's so funny is in the playoffs he the first 2 games I think he played good, and then I was like his over under was like 21.5, and I bet the under and he scored 7.
That Clippers team has got to be the most toxic franchise I think around.
Oh, Kawhi, dude, everybody loves Kawhi.
They always have good players. The last 15 years of Clippers basketball has been entertaining. They always have good players. They just throw money at problems, and then they just never put it together.
Dude, the
They
problem
never
with
do.
the Clippers, though, that I forgot about was forever they had Donald Sterling, and he didn't give a shit.
They're coming out with a series on him.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it. But you got to hear Paul George when he imitates Kawhi. It's the funniest shit. So, like, there's this one thing when on Paul George's podcast when they're talking about what they do in practice. Like, if somebody airballs a shot, they have to – everybody says, we'll wait.
Oh, I
we'll
think I've
wait,
seen this.
and they have to run up and down the court or whatever. And Kawhi airballs a shot, and he's like, I'm not running. And he's like, everybody runs. Like, the coach is like, everybody runs, Kawhi. He's like, so what? You're telling me I can't airball? It's just airball's part of the game.
Yeah.
So what? Now are you going to have everybody scared to airball? And he doesn't run, and then, like, the next couple of possessions, somebody airballs. He goes, see? And everybody thinks it's so funny the way Kawhi talks. He's like, I'm not running.
He's a different guy. But if you think if the contracts weren't guaranteed, like if Paul George and Kawhi weren't making $45 million a year, and like they only play half the game, so they're only getting paid like maybe
Yeah,
a
it'd be
percentage of the
huge.
contract.
Like half of it.
I think after year 3 of this experiment, I think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard would be fighting on the court. I just can't see how
Yeah.
they're still friends.
If you get paid, if you only get paid for the games you played, like your contract, like so say you're making $50 million a year in each, or say you're making $82 million a year just to make it easy, so you're making $1 million a game.
yeah,
And say you only play 45 games, you're only getting $45 million.
yeah, you should only get paid for what you
yeah.
do.
Yeah, but hey, it's the NBA. I don't know why the owners agreed to it, but they did.
Oh, they hate it.
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously they hate it,
yeah.
but they agreed to it, and it's the stupidest shit ever. John Wall did legalized bank robbery. But I wanted to ask you about this WNBA shit. So
Okay.
you know how they're getting their chartered planes now?
Mm-hmm. The Caitlin Clark effect.
Yeah, the Caitlin Clark effect. So, okay, it costs $25 million a year for the WNBA to charter all the flights, right?
Yeah. Why doesn't it go to their contracts?
Yeah,
they
so I
wanna-
saw all their contracts for the entire league is $18 million. They could have over doubled their salaries for every person in the league, but instead they're riding on chartered planes.
Well, what were they doing before? They were just going on commercial.
Just normal planes, yeah, with people. Like going on planes like we would go on with people on it.
I don't know. I think I'd take the plane.
No, dude, for double your pay? I mean, they're only making $70,000 a year.
Yeah, where you
anyways.
make $140,000.
So you make $150,000.
Yeah, but at least you're flying comfortably. I mean, they're still playing 40 games. They're traveling all over the country still.
Dude, I don't know. I'd probably take double my salary.
What's crazier to me is that they hate her.
Who?
It seems like there's like resentment in the league for the new players that are in that league.
It's just that Diana Taurasi girl. She's the biggest piece of shit. I can't, dude. She's the ugliest, biggest piece of shit. When she talks, dude, she's like talks about the rookies like they're just piece of shits, dude. And she's the fucking piece of shit.
But you would think though, like they want more attention. They're trying to get more recognition for their game. They're finally getting a little more recognition that they have.
You know how salty Diana Taurasi is. That the only reason they're getting jets now or chartered planes is because Caitlin Clark. But she's been in the league for 20 years and they never have. But right when Caitlin Clark comes in, they get the jets. Like, dude, she's probably just so salty, and she's just a lesbian. Like, she's just one of those just salty piece of shit.
Dude, Diana Taurasi though, in her defense, she is probably like the LeBron James of that league, and
I don't care. She's a piece.
like no one has cared.
I didn't even know who she was.
Like, think about like LeBron James doing what he's done. At like like at a girl level, right? Like I think she's all-time leading scorer in the girls' league.
Joseph, I never heard of her.
Nobody
until
cares
Clark.
about nobody cared about LeBron until this new rookie comes in, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is the next thing." And he's like, "I've been doing this for 20 years. Like,
dude,
I'm
she's
just
a
as
piece.
good."
I don't care. Yeah, but she just talks shit. She's just so stinky to look at.
I mean, dude, to be fair, Caitlin Clark's on a really bad team. I can't
Terrible.
She
tell
hates
you one
person. I can't tell you one person on that team.
I couldn't tell you 5 people. I couldn't tell you 3 people in the WNBA: Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and that girl from Stanford.
You already said Taurasi.
Okay, that's I wouldn't have known her unless Caitlin Clark was Cameron Brink's her name.
Cameron Brink.
That'd be.
She is my favorite player.
Steph's god sister.
Of course.
Yeah.
Cameron Brink's my favorite player.
But yeah, those are the only 3.
I think.
And Kelsey Plum. So that's 4 people I know.
You know what? Hey, throw me in the minority here. I think I go to a Cameron Brink game.
I wouldn't.
I think I get really drunk.
Well, doesn't she play for the Sparks though?
Yeah,
so I go to a Sparks.
Yeah, go to the Crypto.
Even if she wasn't there, I would probably go to a Sparks game just because.
If like the Lakers were playing the next night, and I was like there for the weekend, and I can probably go to a Sparks game for like $50.
They'd be way less than that.
Probably $25 and get to a
probably like $12.
We probably get really good seats for $12.
Probably normal seats. If we could probably get the best seats in that, we could probably sit courtside for $200.
Like probably one beer at the game would probably be more expensive than the tickets.
Just we'd sit courtside for $200.
And I think I would do that for a Cameron Brink game. Just to say you were there at the Crypto right on the court and you get to see her.
Yeah, just to say I sat courtside at Crypto tonight. And they'd be like, really? Dude, that's sick. I'm like, nah, it was her Sparks game.
Bro, but Cameron Brink is like, she's a badass basketball player and she could possibly be a model.
I don't think she's that good, that hot.
Dude, she's like...
She's super tall.
She's 6'4".
Yeah, she's super tall. Like,
she's
seeing her stand next to Steph, she's taller than Steph by like an inch.
Yeah.
But
she was standing next to Ohtani. She's taller than Ohtani.
What's her name? Caitlin Clark just can't hate because she's been such a winner in college, and they're like 0-5 to start the season, and she just hates it. Like, there's a video of her and the team walking out of the tunnel to go to a game, and like she's standing in the front like with a couple other people, and like she's like putting her wrist shit on or whatever, and everybody else is like clapping, like dancing around and like circling up and dancing, and she just hates it. She's like, bro, we're fucking losing every game and you guys are just like playing around, grab ass. Like, you have a girl in the middle fucking dancing and shit, and like they circle up around her like, hey, and Caitlin Clark just has her back turned by herself, just fucking like ready to go to the game.
Like, I'm not breaking down WNBA film on Legends basketball, but from the clips from the highlights that I have seen, she kind of is like a Luka a little bit. She kind of like bitches and moans a lot.
Oh yeah.
It seems like whenever she like falls down and doesn't get a call, she's like complaining, like she's gonna get superstar treatment from the get go. And it kind of reminds me of Luka a little bit. And it's like I want to like you, but then I don't like. Just shut,
I don't even
just
watch.
shut up.
I don't watch shit.
I watch highlights. All right.
I don't even watch highlights.
You're bringing up WNBA up in
It doesn't
here.
show up on my screen. The only thing that
If you
shows
go
up
to
is
ESPN
when
right
Caitlin
now,
bitches.
if you go on ESPN right now, they talk probably just as much about the women's game than they do about like.
That's retarded, but
they definitely did about college basketball.
Well, yeah, college basketball. It was viewed more than the NBA championship was.
Yeah, but no, yeah.
But the
You need a
funniest,
face.
the thing about it's like Rory McIlroy is like reminds me of like a guy like a Luka who bitches and shit. But
Rory McIlroy.
Rory, when he'll have like a 12-foot, 10-foot putt, thinks it's going left to right, but it goes right to left, and he'll putt in it. He's like he'll putt the ball, and then like it goes the other way, and he'll look at his caddy and just be like, and it's the funny shit. He bitches about a 10-foot putt every time.
Bro, that's like DeChambeau.
No,
DeChambeau does it every time.
DeChambeau, it's because he thinks he just calculates everything so fucking down to a T.
What's funny to me is like he thinks he's like so scientific and so like scrupulous with like every detail of the game, and he always misses. And he's like, he can't understand why he's missing anything out of 10 feet. I don't think I've ever seen him make a putt that far. Like it's always like right there. It's always super close. but he never makes it. And when he doesn't make it, he's just like, he doesn't understand like how that happened.
I know,
Like,
but I'm not gonna lie. DeChambeau is one of the best putters I've ever seen. Oh, like outside of 15 feet. But the problem is he has a lot. The reason he has a lot of 15 footers is because he's not knocking them close from 100 yards
his
out.
short game sucks.
No, even long.
Like
no,
chipping.
not chipping. No, he's really good at chip. Dude, he chipped in like 6 times in the PGA Championship.
What did he finish? Didn't he? I know he did well.
He was in first place.
I know he didn't.
If Xander Schauffele would have parred the last hole, they would have went to a playoff.
That's what it was. Yeah, he made it.
Yeah, Xander made a birdie, and but DeChambeau, dude, he chipped in a ton. They're all good at chipping. It doesn't matter.
That's what I mean.
When you're around the green, like if you're within 25, 30 yards, 45, or like within 50 yards, they're knocking it close every time. They're getting up and down almost every time.
But to how good they are, he's mediocre at their level. Like obviously he'd be the greatest chipper we've ever met.
He's pretty good, bro. Like
I know he's unbelievable.
I think you're thinking of it like before because now he's way better than.
No, I watched him for the Masters. It's like
he was amazing.
Just can't fucking finish.
The Masters is dude. The first day of the Masters, he was like
7 under.
Yeah,
he was 7 under. Then he had finished 3 under.
His putting is so crazy. That first day in the Masters, he was making 20 footers every time. It was crazy.
I just felt like I watched that entire Masters after that day one because it's always on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So that Friday I started watching him, and it's just like he's always so close. The putt is always there, and he's always he takes his time. He lines it out.
He does the straight arm.
I watched just consistently missing so close, and it was the same reaction every time. Like you just couldn't understand how he was missing, and it happened every single time.
Yeah. But he, well, at the Masters,
I'm rooting for the guy too.
The Masters is tough because those greens are so hilly. Like you can't even see it on TV. How Jen said it's just insane.
Yeah.
But dude, DeChambeau, I've never seen a guy make.
It's like Mahomes playing in negative 20 degrees in Arrowhead in January. It's like I can't even imagine throwing a football. The guy's making so much money. Like this is your job. This is your profession. Like, and you're the best to do it.
Yeah,
in your
DeChambeau
sport.
just made $2.5 million for second place or some shit.
DeChambeau, just win it. Win it. You're the guy. You're the guy hitting 360.
He birdied the last hole to give him the chance. But and
I know,
Xander, there's this funny clip of like an AI voiceover of him like in the interview. But it's a fake thing, and he's like, of course, Xander, he's like, the Saudis are paying me $200 million, so it's whatever, but like...
Who, Schauffele said that?
No, DeChambeau. Like, it was fake, though. It was like an AI thing. He's like, Saudis are paying me $200 million, but it's whatever, but like, of course, Xander has to be 6 inches from the bunker on the last hole. Everything's just so fucking rigged. But it was like, dude, Schauffele... I thought Schauffele's shot... Did you watch the last hole of Schauffele or no?
I didn't.
Schauffele's drive, there's a fairway bunker. Like imagine you're on hole 12. You know how there's that fairway bunker up on the left side?
Right.
So imagine hitting it right there and on like the right side of that bunker. It doesn't go in, but it's like not right on the edge, but like probably
your feet are
probably
in the bunker.
a foot. Yeah, your feet are in the bunker basically, or 1 foot's in, 1 foot's out, and that's how his shot was. And he fucking buttered it onto the green and made birdie. Like it was, or no, he made it short and then made a perfect chip, like to knock it like 6, and he made a 6-foot putt for birdie. But he, I think that's a harder shot than if the ball went into the bunker.
Yeah.
But it was a par 5, so he was still like 230 out. So that's the tough shot out of the bunker though. Like 230 out is pretty tough.
Those guys are just so good.
They're
just so good. What's going on with the Scheffler story? You follow up on that?
What story?
About how you got arrested the day
Oh yeah,
of
they're
that
dropping
tournament?
all the charges.
So it's nothing serious?
No, they're dropping all the charges. The county's dropping all the charges.
But like what happened?
There was like a big wreck, I guess, like a big wreck, like 5-car pileup or some shit. I think somebody might have died in it.
Oh, really?
And there was just a huge, because everybody's going to the tournament, like all the spectators, so there's just a huge line of people.
I thought it was like 5 in the morning.
It was really early.
Yeah. Okay, so that many people were all lined up.
Or it might have been. It was, yeah, I think it was super early, or it was either super, yeah, I think
yeah,
it was
because
really early.
His tee time was at 10, and he got out of the prison at 9,
so
or jail.
Yeah, he it was a bunch of cars, so he was like trying to move out the way, and like the police stopped him. He was trying to let him know, like, I'm playing in this tournament. None of them knew who he was.
Okay.
And like, they try to say he was resisting and shit, but it's Scottie Scheffler. Like, he's not. And there's a video, like, of his buddy taking it, and they have him in cuffs, and Scottie's just calm as could be, but his buddy is like, do you know what you're doing? Like, do you know? And the guy.
It's the number one player in the world.
And one of the cops has no idea who he is. And he's like, there's nothing you can do. He's going to jail. Like, and then, yeah, Scottie gets out. And I was seeing some of the funniest shit, like, Scottie Scheffler's our George Floyd.
Can we look into something where the police had money
on
on the tournament?
Oh, like if
And they're just like, let's arrest Scottie, so Scottie can't beat. He can't win the tournament. This is going to be a distraction for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Scottie, because he didn't play good that day or on Saturday, but he played really good on Sunday. He shot like 6 or 7 under. If he was...
Yeah, he was in jail in the morning.
I know,
How
but
can he even...
if Scottie was within, like going into Sunday, was within 5 shots, he would have won the tournament. And everybody who's in the lead and above him would have been shaking like, oh my God, of course this guy.
Yeah,
Because
he's
he
coming
does it
back
every
up.
time. He does it every time. If he's like that's what he did in the Players. Schauffele was in first place in the Players.
Mm-hmm.
And Scottie was like 6 shots back going into Sunday and won the tournament
Wow.
by a shot.
So what did he end up finishing, top 5?
No, he ended up finishing like third. Dude, the place they played was so easy.
Wasn't Schauffele like 22 under or something?
Yeah,
Like, it
Schauffele's
was
like
wild.
21 or 22 under. 21, I think. And like, yeah, Scheffler's like 600. Dude, these guys were shooting 60s
Oh,
every
he was
day.
only 6?
No, 13.
13?
He was
Oh.
7. Yeah, he shot 600 the last day, though. Look at this.
Right, but if he has one good day.
Tiger Woods picking up Scottie Scheffler from the Louisville Police Department. What's up, big dog?
What's up, big dog? Dude. You don't... If that was Tiger Woods, you don't treat El Tigre like that.
I mean, dude, they did.
Well,
When he got a DUI.
He got a DUI, but like he wasn't just showing up to the golf tournament and they're like, "Hey, get out of the car."
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Well, because everybody knows who Tiger is.
like, how do you not just look up a quick Google search on the guy and just like, okay, this is Scottie Scheffler. This guy is the best player in the game right now.
Yeah, Scottie, when he's in the hunt, like when he's in striking distance, everybody who's above him, like the guys in the lead, are just like, God damn it. Like they want him to not be there because they know he's coming. They know he's shooting 6-7 under on the last day every time if he's right there.
I find it so like just bizarre how small of like a prime those guys end up having. Like it seems like Rory McIlroy, remember in 2011 he was like the up and comer. He won
he
two
was
quick.
good for a
He won like
while.
2 quick majors. Like they win majors fast. Like and you're like, oh my God, he might get the 10, and then they
He's
go.
won 4, yeah.
They go like 10 years without ever winning one again. It's
well,
like
yeah, majors
even with Spieth
are one thing, but he
remember when Spieth won up like
yeah,
really
but
early.
Rory's won so many tournaments though. Like he just won 2 weeks ago. The week before the PGA, he won that big Wells Fargo. That's
But
a
is it
huge
fair to say
tournament.
majors are like championships?
Yeah,
Like
they
that's
are,
like
but
what you're
there's
most
also it's
credited
fair,
for.
It's fair to say that for sure. But also like even just getting a PGA Tour win like on a real tournament's huge. Like
Mhm.
that's huge just in itself.
And
he
it's
has a ton of wins. Like and the Wells Fargo's a huge tournament. But he
but like major championships, you just
Rory
you're not-
like 2011 to 2014 was when he was winning his majors and he was unbelievable. He just hasn't won a Masters, but he's still won tournaments all throughout that time. Yeah, when Spieth came in like 2015, he was unbelievable. But the thing with Spieth though, when he came out of college, is his swing now is totally different, and I have no idea why he's trying to change his swing.
Why do you think didn't Tiger do the same thing too? Like they
Well,
always
Tiger
keep
had
changing.
to because Tiger had to had his back.
I thought that was like wasn't that the after though? Like
No,
it
like
seemed like he was always trying to
was-
perfect his swing and it was always changing.
Well, Tiger was so good for so long. Tiger won
good
his
for-
first major in '97. He was been winning majors still.
Right? Yeah, he
But
had
if
like
you
a
if you
13-year
don't
run.
count his Masters in 2019, he was winning majors from '97 to like 2010. Like he was good
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a long time. But then he stopped playing for 2 years because he was hurt. Like and he started changing his swing after that because he couldn't because his back got fucked up and he couldn't swing the same.
And you know how, like, okay, you said Rory, although, yeah, he hasn't won a major in 10 years or whatever, but he's won a bunch of, like, different, like, PGA
Dude, he's still
Tour.
favored every week, basically.
Right. Like, remember when Tiger came back like, in 2013?
Yeah,
and he was, like,
2013,
the
yeah.
number 1 player for a little bit. And because he was winning the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Yeah, he was still amazing.
He he won the most tournaments in the tour, I think, that year. That's why he was the number 1 player.
Yeah.
Even when he wasn't winning majors. And he did that for a while, it seemed like. It seemed like from 2013 to 15, then he kind of, like, he slowed up a little bit. He got hurt.
Again. Yeah, he stopped playing again.
And then 2019 was just a miracle.
Yeah, then he got in a car accident and shit.
Yeah, he just had a rough stretch, but like he was still winning tournaments.
Well, Tiger's the best of all time, but they're saying Scottie, dude. They're saying Scottie can win 15 majors.
That's what I mean. That's what they always say this about these guys.
No,
like, they
but
can make
Scottie
these
is
runs, and
different.
it's
Like
hard.
even Tiger says Scottie's different than all of them have been. Because Scottie,
What is the difference?
what makes you a good PGA player is, or even the difference between a guy like a scratch golfer, or even like a +2, +3, like a guy like a Bavik,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy like a Scottie Scheffler.
Bobby's like an amateur player, right?
is-
Like he
was on tour. He's been on tour.
but like he played most of it in like the Corn Ferry. Is that what it's
The
called now?
Web.com, yeah,
Web.com.
that's what it basically was, yeah. But he's played tour events too. But the difference between a guy like that and a guy like Scottie is Scottie's misses are perfect. He misses the best. That's what the thing about golf is, because you're only hitting a perfect shot maybe 1 or 2 times a round. and everything else is a miss. It depends how big of a miss it is, but it's a miss, and he misses the best. And that's what Tiger says. He's like, dude, this guy's the best ball striker I've ever seen. Like,
right,
his
he doesn't
misses,
deviate away from what he usually does.
Yeah, he's like, this guy's misses are just insane. He can work the ball every way. His misses are so small that it's just he's never seen anything like it.
And correct me if I'm wrong. That's like kind of DeChambeau's problem. Is like he
misses
drive
bad.
It really far,
but that doesn't matter.
Well, he can hit great shots, but then he just has these erratic shots where it's like, oh my god, how do you do that?
Because he hits draws every time. He can't work the ball. He can work the ball both ways, but like when he won.
Yeah,
the U.S. Open
when
or
he
the
won 2 majors?
when he shot 58 at Greenbrier a couple like months ago or a year ago, he shot 58 at Greenbrier.
Yeah.
Somebody asked him, he's like, what kind of he hit draws the whole time, never hit a cut once. Everything's a draw the whole time. So it goes to show like you don't have to work the ball both ways and can still shoot a 58.
Mm-hmm.
But like Scottie, or what was I just gonna say about
just like how his shots aren't, never bad misses.
Like,
they're always
my favorite
close
golfer
to
is
what
my favorite golfer is Justin Thomas. JT's my and he just played super good in the PGA. Like he shot he was like 13 or 14 under to end in the tournament.
What's his ranking right now? I feel like
Not
he was
high.
number one. Like
he was like back in like
19, 20.
Well, 2019 is when he won PGA Championship. No, like 2017, he was world number 1 for like the whole year basically. Like he won.
I
like
thought he was more recently than a world number 1.
No, he won. No, he won a PGA Championship in 2021.
Yeah,
or 2022 maybe. Yeah, 2022 because Brooks won it last year and he won it the year before.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah. He 1 year JT was on top of the world. He won like 6 tournaments in 1 year, which is insane.
Yeah, you don't see that.
And he won a major. And same Brooks Koepka won last year too, the PGA last year, and he didn't do that great this year.
What's Koepka have right now? 4 majors?
I think 5.
He's at 5.
Yeah, and they've been like basically all PGA championships and I think like 1 or 2 U.S. Opens.
Isn't how much? That's like as much as Phil, right? Doesn't Phil have 5 or 6?
Phil has like multiple green. Phil has 2 green jackets. He won the PGA Championship in 2021 or 2020.
That was the craziest one.
Yeah, that was
so
crazy.
Fun to watch.
He has like 2. He might have 6 or 6 maybe.
Yeah.
But that was crazy when Phil won the 2021 PGA Championship.
Do you think Phil can even describe how he did it? Like,
no.
No,
but Phil does. Like in the Masters last year, Phil did great.
He always plays well in the
Phil
Masters.
Phil was like 4th or 3rd in the Masters last year.
I think he did well this year. I mean, he made the
didn't
cut.
Do great.
He
Yeah,
made the cut line.
But like.
But he was like.
But that's what's crazy about the place. You know what the cut usually is? The cut's usually like 3 over, 2 over in a tournament. The cut at this tournament, this PGA Championship, was 1 under.
Yeah.
That's how easy this place played, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, like why would they
why
have
is this
the
a
course
PGA
there?
Championship? Yeah. But Valhalla's just been like I didn't even know what it was until I guess they played a Ryder Cup there before. But like the place they're playing the U.S. Open at this year, Pinehurst, is diabolical. And
like the winner's gonna be 3 under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like those tournaments so much more.
I think Brooks last year, because it was at Oak Hill or Oakmont, he won. I think he was like 3 under 2 or something like that. Dude, there's been winners that are like 2 over, like at certain places, like Bethpage Black. Dude, that place is impossible.
Has that happened before?
Yes.
Where a winner's been 2 over,
or even maybe. Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, I'll look it up, but yeah, there's been for sure.
I got there was this one clip of like Tiger winning a major, and the second place guy was 1 under. And Tiger was like 16. He was like 16
that
under.
That was at Pebble Beach, I think.
Just unreal. That's when like nobody could even match Tiger's game. Oh my god.
So yeah, 1 over. Somebody hit 1 over.
All right, okay. What's a greater run? What's a greater sports run? Tiger's 97 to 2008. Let's just go to 2008. That U.S. Open.
No,
he
that
wins
was
14.
nothing special.
No, he wins 14 majors in 11 years.
Or Jordan.
Or Jordan's 8-year run.
Jordan. For
really?
Sure. He didn't lose a championship.
Yeah, but it's like golf. It's so.
I know, but he didn't lose.
Yeah, but
Joseph.
14 majors in 11 years.
No, but I thought Jordan only won 6 in a row.
No, he won 3. Played baseball for 2 years. Came back for a playoff run. Lost to Orlando. Then won 3 more.
Oh, so he lost in between.
Yeah, so he won 6 and 7 years. But that year he lost.
I thought he won 6 and 7 years and didn't lose one.
That year,
changes shit.
The year he lost to Orlando, it was like he came back right at the end of the regular season and just like jumped in with the team.
Okay, so it didn't really matter.
It wasn't his full but they made the second round. They got swept by Orlando. Actually, it's like that doesn't get talked a lot about. But
who was on that Orlando team?
Oh, that was like young Shaq. Horace Grant, Penny Hardaway.
Oh, so they were ballers. Yeah, that's all.
3D,
that's all I need to know.
Mike Scott.
That's all I need to know. Penny and Horace.
Yeah,
and Shaq.
They were solid.
But no, I mean the Jordan. He didn't lose a championship.
No.
which is crazy.
But the teams he played were very average.
That's what I know that, and I get that, but it's still crazy. And that's what the thing is. Like, I think if LeBron was back, but the thing about LeBron and Jordan is LeBron's not like a winner like Jordan is. Like, Jordan hates winning. Like, if we play 18 holes, me and Jordan, and say he gives me, like, say Jordan and me are the same type of golfer, and I beat him by 2 shots, and it's 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, and say the sun's going to be down in 2 hours, he's like, we're playing again.
You know what?
18 holes.
I think him just being a winner, I think you can switch that word winner with just being more of a dickhead. Like, I think LeBron wins just as much.
He's a degenerate.
No, but he's like an asshole. Like, Jordan's an asshole, and you equate that to him being a winner.
He's a winner.
Like, he just can't handle losing.
He can't.
And then every example goes like, oh, if you were on the golf course with Jordan, he'd try and beat you night and day.
He
doesn't sound like a good guy to me. It seems like LeBron seems like he can joke. He can laugh about himself. Like, it seems like Jordan has like this whole persona.
You've ever heard this saying, you got to hate losing more than you love winning?
Yeah, but
that's Jordan.
LeBron wins.
No, he does.
LeBron wins.
How many championships has he lost?
Dude, how many
times
has he been to the finals?
I know, but how many has he lost?
He's lost 6.
How many times has Jordan been to the finals?
Dude, you know it. 6 for 6. But again,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did. You dick.
No, I thought he won.
You didn't know.
I thought he'd been to different finals and lost. I didn't know he didn't. So he never lost the finals.
No.
Exactly.
You knew that, motherfucker.
No, I didn't. I swear to God,
How
I
do
didn't.
you not know
I thought
that?
he lost to the Pistons or something in the finals.
Yeah, that was in the
before.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
Because that gets no flack on his resume. It's only if you lose in the finals.
Well, how many times has LeBron been to the finals?
10 times.
And how many times has he lost? Every time?
6 times.
Oh, so he has 4. Yeah, but the bubble ring doesn't count.
The bubble ring does count.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, the 2018 finals loss doesn't count, or 2007.
Why does the 2018 not count? Because people got hurt?
Because that was one of the greatest teams he had to go against, and the team he should have won MVP
What,
that
KD?
year. Jackson, you want me to run down the team that was on that Cavs roster?
I know who was on the.
Who was?
Oh,
who?
I thought you meant the Warriors roster.
Okay, you know the Warriors roster.
Who was on the Cavs?
Who's on the Cavs?
Kyrie.
No.
He was on the Celtics.
He's already on Boston.
Kevin Love.
Yeah, Kevin
And
Love.
that's it.
Well, Kevin Love was probably...
Mo Williams.
No, he was in 2015 and 16.
Mo Williams did not come back in 2015.
Dude, they brought all the old LeBron guys back for those
Varejao.
first couple years. Varejao was there in 2015.
Yeah, I remember that.
And in 16, he got traded midseason to the Warriors.
Okay, so it was just Kevin Love and that's it.
Kevin Love and
Ilgauskas came back too, didn't he, in 2015?
No, Ilgauskas went to Miami in 2011.
Oh, yeah, he was in Miami. Yeah.
He went for 1 year to Miami. No, okay, yeah, it was Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love, George Hill. Remember George Hill, 2013 Pacers?
Yeah, I know
He's
George
old
Hill.
at this
He's
point.
super old.
J.R. Smith sucks.
Where did George Hill go to college at?
UTEP, somewhere in Texas.
Oh, no,
it's a weird.
No, I'm thinking
school.
of Grant Hill. Grant
Hill went to Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Grant Hill.
Okay, yeah. J.R. Smith, Amon
Oh, yeah, they had J.R. and Amon. So was that year.
No, Amon wasn't even on that team. He was in 2017. You had Richard Jefferson in 18.
Oh, my God.
Like,
he's
the
40
team
years
was
old.
No, they traded him. That's when they traded like 8 of their players at the trade deadline for like Larry Nance, Jordan Clarkson.
I remember that year.
They traded Wade mid-season. It was just a fucking shit fire.
And that's when Wade went to the Bulls?
They traded him back to Miami.
Oh.
He was coming to... Yeah, they had Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas, traded him. Jamison Crowder traded him. Yeah, it was just a weird team, and LeBron took him to the finals. And I don't even know how you can count that. It's like if LeBron loses to anybody before that, like say they lose to Boston that year in Game 7. Boston goes on to the NBA Finals and plays the Golden State Warriors. They're going to get swept. There's no chance anyone's beating that team.
Wait, they got swept in 2018?
Yeah. But it was the year, Game 1, where LeBron had 51 points.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Played the greatest. I've never seen a guy been so on before. Like, Golden State played great, too.
I've seen Donnie Mitchell be on before.
And then J.R. Smith just fucking offensive rebounds. Just put the ball back up. You win the fucking game, and you just dribble it out.
Oh, that was that game.
That was so heartbreaking. You go to overtime against
He's
Golden
like,
State.
what are you doing? LeBron's like, what are you doing? J.R. looked high as shit.
And then...
Or was that the one? Didn't JR shoot in the other people's basket or something?
Probably. Maybe in like New Orleans or something. But yeah.
No, I thought it was with LeBron. And LeBron's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Probably. But after that game, LeBron checked out. Like, you can tell. It's very vivid.
He's like, I just put 51 up, and you guys
I can't even beat this team, and I just had the greatest game of my life.
Dude, they had KD, Steph. It was when Clay was
Draymond,
the best.
Clay, Iguodala was on that team. I've never seen Sean Livingston miss a mid-range jump shot against the Cavs.
Well, you know why?
Yeah, David West on that team.
You know have you heard that crazy stat about Sean Livingston?
He's probably like 90% from mid-range.
No, like he has like never missed a shot or some crazy shit. Like some crazy shit, dude.
That guy, like one part of the rim or the whole basketball court, he is the greatest at that shot. There's not a guy in the NBA that can outshoot Sean Livingston from 15 away at the elbow. You can't stop that guy.
No, it's some crazy stat, dude. Like
They had more guys. Like they had
I'm actually gonna look it up.
They had I guess Jordan Bell. Jordan Bell was all right.
What was the last year that the Warriors won 2021? 2022?
Yeah.
Who won in 2021? The Bucks?
Bucks won in 21.
When they won in 2022 was awesome.
That was cool. Yeah, that solidified Steph as like a top 2
As
point guard of all time. Yeah. He's top 10 for that. I mean, the win with Draymond, the win with Klay Thompson coming off a torn ACL and torn meniscus, and then having Jordan Poole.
Joseph, you're going to freak out when I tell you this. You're not going to believe me.
What?
This is from NBA.com. Sean Livingston has never missed a mid-range in his entire NBA career. He finished 1309 for 1309 on his mid-range attempt.
That's such a lie. He didn't go 100%.
That's on NBA.com.
He went
1309 for. I mean,
maybe at warm-ups. I mean, the guy's
who never missed a mid-range shot
Sean
in
Livingston
the
never
NBA.
missed a
Sean
mid-range.
Livingston has never missed a mid-range in his entire NBA career.
Jackson, I swear, I would put my life that Sean Livingston would make an elbow shot right now.
You know how many 3-pointers he made his entire career?
Probably 5.
13
Yeah.
in his entire career.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot. He just needs that dribble inside the three.
Floaters.
Oh my god. Like it would always be like on a Mon Shumpert or like Richard Jefferson, and he would just shoot right over those guys. He was 6'7" as a point guard.
Who holds the record for the most misses in NBA? Kobe, obviously, but who's right behind him? Who's about to pass him?
Probably LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you play 25 years, you're gonna. It's like Brady. You're gonna break all the records.
LeBron's about to pass him. Like
Yeah.
he's like 5 shots back of misses.
Yeah, Brady had the most interceptions. It's like if you play that long, you're gonna have all these stats.
You know who's behind LeBron so LeBron has 14,000.
My guess would be.
It's another 1,000 behind him.
My guess would be Michael Jordan.
John Havlicek.
John Havlicek?
Yeah, Havlicek.
Boston.
What about Elvin Hayes?
Elvin Hayes, that brother was good for the Bullets. That brother was good. Washington Bullets.
God damn.
70s. Shout out Elvin Hayes. That's a good reference. Dude.
Yeah, LeBron has played for a while. It is hard not to do that shit.
And he's going to give you 2 more years. So I just want this to be like, I want him to tell everybody this is it. Like this is my last season, and I want everyone to know I'm coming for your fucking neck. And I want him to go to the best team he could possibly go to and be the second best guy on the team.
He'll never do that.
Like, well, let's be a 1A, 1B type of thing. Like, let's have LeBron any given night can give you 30, but then, like, when he, has 15 or something.
Like, what team could he go to right now and they would have won the championship? Denver?
I think
him and Jokic.
Well, duh. No, something realistic. Like, I think if he was on
but if LeBron would take less, if LeBron would say, I'll take 20
Denver.
million. If LeBron said, I'd take 20 million so he could go anywhere in the league, basically.
Yeah, that would just be like Kevin Durant going to the Warriors after
Yeah.
winning 73. It's just like you're ruining the game.
No, but if you want, dude, who cares? Him and Jokic and Jamal Murray, and they keep Jamal and Michael Porter.
Him and Steph would be
cool.
They
keep everybody they have.
I think if Steph and LeBron won a championship together, that would probably be one of the greatest 30 for 30 documentaries of all time. Playing 4 straight finals.
That would be the coolest thing of all time. That's
literally
why I
led
want
the
it so
decade,
bad.
2010s.
That's why I want that so bad.
And then against all odds. And there's a story.
And they're both
There's
old
a
as
storyline
shit. People
happening
wouldn't
here.
believe it. Like, they're still old as shit.
You get the old faces of the NBA that are still relevant today.
KD.
Save American basketball. Team up right now. LeBron James, Steph Curry, both American players. The 2020s is going to be known as the decade that the Euros took the game. They took the game from the Americans.
You know what's crazy?
They're taking the game.
You know what I've seen too is that there's these guys in Europe right now that nobody even knows about that could play in the NBA right now and drop 30 a night.
Probably, yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, what Wembanyama's doing is insane as a rookie.
No, but dude, these white guys are fucking crazy.
You look at any draft that's coming out right now, like 5 of the top 10 guys are always Euros now. Like it's inevitable. Like they're taking over the sport.
That Buzelis kid's so good, but he plays I think in the G League or some shit. Or a different league, like that Team Ignite or whatever it's called.
You want to know who, like, looking back on it, was probably one of the most influential players ever? Like, and you can say, like, what opened the game to internationally was, like, the dream team.
Sabonis?
Sure,
Sabonis
his
Senior?
dad. Sure, his dad, yeah. Like him, Pau Gasol. Remember Pau Gasol was always known as, like, the soft European. Like,
What about
Europeans
Mark?
can't play
What
in a
about
physical
Mark?
game. Huh?
Wasn't Marc Gasol about to win MVP one year?
He won Defensive Player of the Year over LeBron.
Yeah.
Hear that bullshit real quick. Side note. 2013, Marc Gasol wins Defensive Player of the Year.
On what team?
With the Grizzlies. It was the Grind City Grizzlies.
Oh, I thought you
with
said
Mike
he was
Conley.
with LeBron.
No, like this.
Yeah, I remember he played with
LeBron
the
should have won
Grizzlies.
MVP and Defensive Player of the Year that year. 2013, Marc Gasol wins it. He was on second team all defense that year. He won MVP. He was second, or he won Defensive Player of
How's
the Year.
that possible?
I don't know.
Who was first team?
Probably Dwight Howard.
Oh my.
Probably Dwight Howard, something, or Pau Gasol. I don't know. But it was LeBron James. It was going to be. He should have been
Did you
it.
see Dwight wanted to come back and play for the Lakers, and they were just like, no.
He's just.
He's playing in China, dropping like 60 a night.
I mean, he's having fun over there. Yeah, he's doing the Stephon
He's probably
Marbury
only
route.
making like $1 million.
Dude, but think about all the advertisement he's probably doing over there.
Yeah.
You know, he's on one commercial. They're giving him $1 million.
Yeah. Just this big black dude that they never see.
But like, he's a superhero.
How funny would it be if Dwight Howard comes back and he can speak perfect Chinese?
Like in all his interviews, he just speaks in Taiwanese.
Yeah. God damn, that would be crazy. Dude, there are guys like that learn. Well, dude, Kobe could speak Italian.
Yeah, well, Kobe was a sick fuck, and his dad played in Europe too. He was born in Italy, I think.
That's Joe Bryant.
He was born in Italy. No, dude, but seriously though, like if LeBron and Steph Curry join up, can we resurrect American basketball and
okay, but who else was on that team? Are they going to the Warriors to do this?
Yeah,
obviously
you have to
Steve
do. Yeah, you got
Kerr.
to have a coach behind him. I would love to see LeBron have a really good coach just one more time. Not have a Darvin Ham hire again.
Clay's definitely gone. It's Steph.
So that's where you restructure. I think Clay has to restructure because he's going to be a free agent this year. So you come back and you sign for $15 million. Shut the fuck up, Clay. Do you want to win 5 or do you want to just be an afterthought and be out of the league in 2 years?
So you'd keep Clay. You wouldn't want to get somebody else. You got to keep Clay.
You're an older team. You got to
keep Draymond. Or do you need the height?
Draymond, restructure your contract, dog. Like, you can't be making $25 million. You can't be making the same as Brunson and being competitive, okay? You have to make, like, $10 million. Like, you have to come up.
Yeah, but he deserves it up there, though. He's not
okay,
gonna restructure.
Fine, then suck. Give all these guys.
LeBron should just say, I'm taking, wherever I go this year, I'm taking league minimum.
See, that's a joke. You can't allow that.
Why?
Because the market doesn't. They'll buy more than the minimum.
What if this happened? LeBron, KD, Steph, Giannis, Jokic all said, we'll take league minimum so we can be on the same team.
You know what? At that point, I'm not watching the league.
Why?
Because it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm not watching an all-star game, all right? I'm trying to watch, like, evenly fair basketball be played.
Luka, Shai, LeBron, Jokic,
what are we
Embiid.
Are we on drugs right now? This is not happening.
They're all taking $1 million a year.
Then who's going to get $25 million? Chandler Parsons?
Yeah,
they gotta pay it. It's still $205.
Chandler Parsons, didn't he get fucked up in a car accident?
No, I mean Chandler Parsons is just like another John Wall guy who got.
I thought
paid.
Isn't he the white guy?
He made like $200 million.
The white guy, right?
Yeah.
He was with the Mavericks.
But he signed with the Grizzlies for like $200 million.
Or the Grizzlies, but he got in a car accident. That's what happened.
No.
Yes. Chandler Parsons got fucked up.
No, he got a lot of injuries, but he's like he struggled. I don't think that was the main reason.
Dude, I'm serious. I think I saw him on a podcast. Yes, this guy.
Yeah, that Chandler Parsons. He's one of the worst
look at the first thing
ever.
that pops up, Chandler Parsons accident. I'm telling you.
Did he just bring it up? He just talked about it?
After NBA accident. Chandler Parsons suffered a concussion, labrum. Yeah, dude, he's still, like, recovering and shit. Like, this was, like, a bad accident.
Wait, when was it? 2020?
Yeah, in 2020.
So the contract he signed with Grizzlies was like 2015.
Okay.
So this is after, and he made $200 million.
This is what he was in Atlanta. So did he ever play with the Hawks?
Yeah, he played. That's like after.
That's when it happened. He was T-boned by a drunk driver. Yeah.
And he was on a league minimum deal because he got $200 million.
Yeah, well, he can't ever play again. It's like after that, he got screwed up.
To be fair, I don't think he ever was going to play. I don't think anyone was going to sign him.
He made $200 million in 4 years or 5 years.
He's
cool.
It's like John Wall. Once those contracts
John Wall
are paid
was the
off,
greatest of all time. He played 40 games in 5 years.
Chandler Parsons probably played 70, and Chandler Parsons was a role player. It's like John Wall had a couple years where he was like a top 5 point guard.
So this was 2015. What was Chandler Parsons' stats in 2014? But was he with the Rockets or
the
Mavericks?
He was with the Rockets. Chandler Parsons.
And he went off.
He was like 18 point, 40% 3-point shooter.
So he just went off.
Yeah, it's like, we want a 3-and-D guy, and I think he played good defense. So it's like, all right, let's get him on Memphis, grind city, let's get some shooters around Zebo and fucking Marc Gasol, and he just cannot do anything. It was horrible.
How do you think Jaw's going to do this year?
I think I'm a big fan of Jaw.
Yeah, but do you think he's going to get hurt again?
I think people are.
I feel like he always has some shit wrong with his hands.
No. I think Jaw is going to remind everybody. Jaw's going to remind him. Jaw's going to remind everybody of how good he was, and everyone forgot about how good he was last year.
Dude, I think he's amazing.
I think he's better than Tyrese Halliburton.
For sure.
It's better.
You can't say that to me because I'm going to agree everybody's better than Halliburton.
Well, no, not true. He's better than Jalen Brunson.
I think Cam Smith's
better than Jalen Brunson.
Wait, what's the guy?
Cam Smith.
No, wait, what's the guy for?
He's a golfer.
No, what's the guy for? Cam what? The guy for Brooklyn.
Oh, Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas.
Yeah, okay. He's like Jordan Clarkson.
You listen to Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Maxey when they were coming out of high school talk about who the best player they ever played against, every single one of them says that guy, Cam Thomas.
Dude, everyone says Mike Beasley was the best one-on-one player too.
Who?
Michael Beasley.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Beasley. Every time he played LeBron one-on-one, he would always kick LeBron's ass.
But Anthony Edwards was saying, like, first Tyrese Maxey was like, yeah, he put up 50 on us, and Anthony Edwards, or no, he said they put up 40 on us, and Anthony Edwards starts laughing, and they're like, what? He's like, 40. He's like, shit, I know he put some up on us, but it was a lot more than 40. And he's like, not on me. I was guarding. It was the guy who's guarding, but I wasn't guarding him. But he put up like 50 on this guy. Like,
dude, no, I've seen him.
He started laughing when they said he put up 40 because he knows he put up so much on them.
You gotta respect a guy just that has no no governor on like what's a good shot attempt.
Yeah, Cam Thomas. That's
like
him.
it doesn't matter. He's gonna shoot.
That's what I was just gonna say.
He'll miss 10 threes in a row.
This guy will shoot 25 times a game and he drops 30 points or 25 points, but he's shooting 30 times a game.
But this guy will go 1 for 25 and keep shooting.
Yeah.
Like it does not matter.
Well,
He's
Tyrese
gonna get
will do that too. Halliburton will do that. They pulled Halliburton in one game.
He doesn't play like that though. He's too passive. Like he just kind of like
Halliburton was
just blends in too much.
2 for 12 from 3, and he was still shooting threes, and they pulled him. He only played 30 minutes that game.
Yeah, but he probably only shot 14 times.
Yeah, probably.
Like that's all he shoots are those shots. Like he doesn't like attack. He's not aggressive like that. Like he's gonna shoot his threes. He's gonna pass the ball, push the ball. But if his shots aren't falling,
I think Tyrese Maxey is so slept on.
I think Tyrese Maxey is actually really overrated, and I probably wouldn't sign a guy like that for $200 million.
I wouldn't sign anybody for $200 million except Luka or Anthony
I
Edwards.
would give Luka equity in the team.
Yeah.
If I'm like the Pistons, I'm giving Luka 20% of the fucking franchise.
Dude, but I'm not like when I say a guy like that, but like there's very few guys that I'm signing for $200 million for 4 years. Like $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giannis. Yeah, we're talking about the best guys in the league.
Okay, but how many guys? Like, Jaylen Brown.
Yes.
Jaylen Brown.
Yes.
So Jaylen Brown's
50. I wouldn't give him any more than 50.
Jaylen Brown might not be. He's probably outside the top 20.
I think he's making 60 right now.
Jaylen Brown's outside the top 20.
Yeah, but he's just a.
De'Aaron Fox.
I think I would only sign him $50 million on the team he's with right now because him and Tatum just have such a good synergy together. It works so well.
Well, he's about to make 65 next year.
Yeah, I know. It was just insane. But good
Kyrie.
for him. Not 50.
Yeah.
Not 50.
Not even after this playoff run?
No, not 50. He's just getting too old. Anthony Edwards, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Luka. But most of these guys are getting over 50.
Durant.
Yes. Durant's getting 50.
Durant's 37.
I know, but he's still getting 50.
Curry.
I'd probably sign Durant 2 year, $100 million.
Curry.
Yes, Curry for sure.
I would give Curry 1 year, $150 million.
Yeah, I'd give Curry the max contract. I'd give him 65 a year.
Yeah, and he should. Yeah, I think he's 35. He's probably got 2 more years.
Dude, Curry's just really good. He just works hard too. Dude.
You never know with that guy
worker.
though.
I like guys
he's
who
one
work
injury
hard.
away from never really playing again or
Who,
being as
Curry?
effective.
Yeah.
Like he's one really bad ankle injury.
He's never
from being
really been hurt that bad. I mean, he's had a couple ankle injuries.
That's kind of the reason how they signed Durant.
Why? Because Durant's never been really hurt.
No, because the way
Devin Booker, yes, $50 million for sure.
The way Steph's contract was
Bradley
structured.
Beal, no.
No, hell no, and he's on
He doesn't
that.
even
No
play,
trade
and
clause
he's
too.
making a ton of money.
They can't even trade him. They have to ask him if he wants to go to that team.
Paulo Banchero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, stud.
But no more than 50.
I'm probably giving him 60 if I'm Orlando.
I don't know.
That guy's the face of that team.
Oh yeah, if I'm Orlando, but if I'm another team, no.
Well, what team am I?
The Pacers.
Him and Halliburton, and then you probably have to do a signing trade with Siakam. You probably have to give away Siakam.
You're giving him 60. Paulo Banchero, you could get other guys. But you can get other guys too for 60.
Paulo Banchero's 22 years old,
okay, but
and he just averaged 25.
You get Anthony Edwards for 60 though too.
You're probably not getting an Anthony Edwards trade.
Okay, but I'm just saying right now, if it's on the table, these guys are all for 60.
Well,
who are you taking?
It's all market
You're
values.
taking Paulo Banchero.
All these guys are getting the max.
It
doesn't like there's still like levels of like who's better, but like they're both gonna get the same amount of money.
Because the Magic have to pay the money. They have to.
Well, yeah, but if you're asking me, do I want Anthony Edwards over Banchero? Of course, I'm taking Anthony
for
Edwards.
60.
But if I'm the Pacers and I could get Banchero, yeah.
Giannis or Banchero?
Giannis.
But Giannis is 30.
But in 5 years. Hey, what am I trying to win this year? I'm a fantasy draft owner. I'm starting a league in 2K. I'm only really going to win. I'm only going it for 1 year.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go all in on old guys because I'm not drafting generic fucking players,
yeah,
all right?
I'm not, after you play 3 years, and it's just all these weird guys that you never heard
Half
of.
the guys are out of the league.
I played some fantasy team leagues that for like 18 years, and everybody in the whole league is, you all made up players now.
Yeah, you actually have to start scouting the generic drafting guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, you start to remember who they are. But like, yeah, you don't play like that. So you play
Franz Wagner.
The guy in the Magic?
Yeah.
But I pay him $50 million? No, I just watched him go 1 for 15 in
but
Game
dude,
7.
he gets like 25 a night, 20 a night.
Yeah, probably inefficient. He probably shoots
He's
38%.
probably getting. I bet you they do sign him 4-year, $200 million though.
He does get a crazy contract.
I bet you they give him a crazy because they have to.
Yeah, that's what those guys go
if
for.
they keep him, they're gonna do that.
Well,
I think they should.
Well, you have bird rights on them, so it doesn't really affect. Like you can sign all those guys because you drafted them.
What about? Let me think.
So there's not a cap problem if you draft
Paul
these guys.
George.
$50 million for 2, yeah.
Yes.
If I'm like the Sixers, yeah, I'd throw money at Paul
for
George.
Sure. Not Tyrese Maxey. You wouldn't give him $50 million. Bro, he's
an
young.
undersized shooting guard. I don't think he's a true point guard.
He gets $30 million a night. 30 points a night with Embiid getting 32.
Harden averaged 36 and 12, and I don't think he was ever going to play winning basketball.
I wouldn't give Harden $15 million.
But Harden in 2018.
I wouldn't give. Okay, yeah.
Harden in
I would
2018 wasn't winning.
Harden in 2018, I'd give him a max contract.
But he had he was getting 30 a night, but he's still just the brand of basketball. Those
he was on the Rockets with Chandler Parsons.
No, that was old. That was like 2014.
How long was he on the Rockets for?
Harden
4 or 5 years.
2012 or no 2013. 2013 then 20.
So
7 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was there for a while. He's probably the greatest Rocket next to Olajuwon.
Yeah, because that was when he was in his prime.
He was
unbelievable.
He won an MVP.
Yeah,
he averaged
unbelievable.
35 points, I think, 3 years in a row.
Is that where he went after the Thunder?
Yeah.
So he's the 6th man of the year on the Thunder, and
in
then
2012
goes here and just freaks out and goes crazy.
Yeah, because now he's got the keys to his team. But like so,
which is crazy is how the Thunder didn't start him. Who was the guy starting over him?
Well, this is a whole other thing. But yeah, Scott Brooks got a lot of shit at the time. They played Thabo Sefolosha at the shooting guard. Thabo Sefolosha was a 3-and-D guy. You get Harden, which at the time you could probably argue Harden was probably a B- player then in 2011.
Well, he was 6th man of the year.
Yeah, he was B- player. I mean, you're not going to win a championship because you're 6th
man.
Rookie,
wasn't he? Or like 2-3 years.
He was like a 3rd year in the league. Yeah, he got drafted in 2009. Arizona State 3rd pick. Yeah, you put him on that team, okay, and then he starts to go off. But did they ever, they went to the Western Conference Finals, but they can never get over the hump. I don't think with the stats he was putting up and the teams they, put around him, that whole entire Houston Rockets system was just centered around James Harden. They put all their chips on James Harden just having control of the ball.
They went to the playoffs a lot, though, didn't they?
No, they were always good.
Yeah.
They were always competitive, but, he would always have, these blunders in the playoffs.
Wait, did the Thunder ever go to they went to the championship, right? And LeBron
2012,
beat them? Yeah, LeBron beat them.
1-5. But yeah,
Jamal Murray, you're giving him $50 million. No.
I mean,
not
fuck,
50.
the way he played LA.
Not
the
50.
way he played LA.
I know, but I'd probably give him just under 50. I don't think 50.
But 45?
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I say 50, when I'm saying would you give these guys 50,
50
I'm really meaning 50 and 60.
Yeah, I'm probably taking Jamal Murray probably. He's just unreal in the playoffs.
Jalen Brunson, I'm giving him 50.
Yeah.
Over probably.
Yeah, but they're going to have to wait 3
Pascal
2 more
Siakam.
years.
No,
thank you.
Sabonis.
Hey, you know
probably
what?
not.
You know what? I apologize. I was not aware of how good Pascal Siakam was.
Dude, I told you.
No, he's good. Yeah. Give my flowers to Pascal Siakam because the guy can play. Brother can play.
But who was I just gonna say?
You're looking up teams.
De'Aaron Fox, 50.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
But not Sabonis. I'd probably give Sabonis under 50.
I give Sabonis all the money I have.
But the reason I'm saying that is because Sabonis is the type of guy who will take under 50.
Why do you think he's the type of guy that would take under 50?
Just because, dude, I feel like they could fucking strong arm him somehow.
What do you mean? What is he, like a big fucking idiot? I feel like he's the type of guy who
thinks oh my god, $40 million is so much fucking money.
I feel like you think Sabonis is walking into these interviews without an agent. Like he's negotiating for himself. I think Sabonis has guys around him.
Dude, if I'm Sabonis' agent, I'm going, this guy just led the league in triple doubles. He's getting you these stats every night, and without him, and you just have De'Aaron Fox, and you replace him with just any other guy like a Pascal Siakam, you guys are not even making the playoffs and not even sniffing it.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
Which is crazy.
But the West was just unreal.
No, they fell off. Though. They
unreal.
were started off so hot, bro, and it looked like they were gonna be a number one, a top 4 team.
Their schedule.
And then they fell off so hard.
They had a tough schedule.
Yeah, but they fell off,
end.
Joe, so hard.
46 and 36 is hard to call a fall off. They were good.
But what I'm saying,
when
I say fall off, they started off so hot.
What hurt him was the Malik Monk injury. He probably was going to win 6 man. He was doing really well.
Yeah, who ended up winning 6 man of the year?
Nas Reed.
For what team?
Minnesota. He's really good. He's really good. That's why I think they're able to play Jokic so well.
Jimmy Butler, $50 million.
Not right now.
Tyler Hero. Who's the number?
Hell no.
Bam Adebayo.
Probably. Bam's a consistent first team.
DeAndre Ayton.
I wouldn't give DeAndre Ayton $15 million.
Who's the number one on the Trailblazers? Don't say Scoot.
Anthony Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons. I forgot about him.
It
Would you
was-
give him 50?
No. I mean, if you're a shit franchise
Yeah,
like
if
that,
you're
you
a
probably
shit,
have to.
you
You
have
have to throw the money somewhere. You don't want to be under the cap. It doesn't help anybody to be under the cap. Like, you just sign these guys to 1 or 2 year deals.
Are you giving Donovan Mitchell a max contract if you're the Cavs? Yes. Like I say, $65 million. Are you giving him that?
for
Of course.
the amount that you gave up that get Donovan Mitchell, yeah. I mean, you're trying to stay relevant. They just fired the coach, so obviously he probably has some say in that.
Brandon Ingram,
No.
Zion Williamson.
No.
I agree.
Play more than a year healthy. Jesus Christ. You guy can't stay healthy. Why would I pay a guy like that?
Zach LaVine. He already makes way more than that.
Zach
I think.
LaVine's past his prime. I'm
yeah,
good.
but would you give him? Yeah, but he's making a fuck ton of money right now.
I know. Yeah, he's probably he's like a Bradley Beal
Who's the
type
number
contract.
2 on the Bulls? Who's the best on the Bulls? Who's that one guy I'm thinking?
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, Rosen.
He's
DeRozan.
35 though. I kind of hope he goes to New York. I hope they sign him for like $20 million to get like a bargain deal with him to kind of like
Who's
replace
on the
Bojan.
Raptors?
Fucking Scoot. Oh, Scottie Barnes.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Scottie
I'm not giving him
Barnes.
50 though.
No, but
Jesus
he's
Christ.
good. He's pretty good. They got
Cam Thomas. Yes.
No, Jackson.
Yes.
Jackson. If you put Cam Thomas on the Detroit Pistons right now, he'd probably average 40 for them,
He probably averaged 60.
and they would go 9-73.
No, he'd probably average 50, but their team would be averaging 75 a night.
There would be a fight in that locker room every night over Cam Thomas'
Trae
shot
Young.
selection. No.
You didn't give Trae Young 50.
No, he can't play
He's gonna
defense.
get 50.
I know.
If he goes to the Lakers, he's not getting 50.
He probably will.
He probably wouldn't compromise though for not under 50.
Well, he's
with the
probably
Lakers.
gonna take a pay cut because he can get more with the Hawks, but he's gonna go to the Lakers to try and win more. But he just doesn't play defense.
Who's on the Jazz? Nobody. Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson.
I would
Oh no,
give him maybe 50. Oh, that one guy.
Marketing.'s good.
Would you give him 50 though? No.
No.
Who's on the Wizards? Poole and that's it. And Kuzma.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give either. of
skip,
them.
pass.
Pistons. Nobody.
Kate Cunningham maybe.
No way.
Kate's not bad. I give
Joseph,
Kate $35 million
I think
right
that
now.
he's not. Wait, who's the guy that plays on Cole Anthony? He plays for the Magic, right?
Yeah, backup
I always
point
get
guard.
those two mixed up. Cole Anthony and Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham's good. He averaged 23 this year. Like, he played pretty well. Good stats.
LaMelo,
efficient.
yes.
No. He's been hurt.
I don't care.
Dude, he made one All-Star game.
He's gonna get 50.
The guy can't stay healthy. The guy
I
gets,
think he can.
The
he
guy
just
gets
doesn't
back
like it.
tats all the time. It's like, fucking play
No,
basketball.
but I think he's the type of guy. He's like an AD, like a 2023 AD, like how AD would fucking get a bruise on his calf and not play.
I wouldn't even give him that.
That's how LaMelo
Don't even
is.
give him those. Like, he's not even Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is in another league. I give Anthony Davis 52, by the way.
Yeah, I'd give Anthony 50. Karl Anthony Towns.
I think I would
Karl
give.
Anthony Towns.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's played like it. I give Kyrie fucking 50, I think.
No.
I would take Kyrie Irving over Donovan Mitchell right now if I'm LA.
What?
I'm taking Kyrie Irving over Donovan Mitchell.
Well, yeah, because what's Donovan gonna? Oh, Donovan's not that tall though. Isn't he only like 6'4"?
He's 6'2"?
No, he's not 6'2".
He's not
like
6'4".
6'3" or 6'4".
He is not 6'4". All right, hey, we're at 10% here. We're going to close out in like 10 minutes here.
On the computer,
Yeah, the computer's at 10%.
Oh no, then we should stop now.
No, we're good. We can close out with something. I'm just
No, because
saying
we don't want it to stop, dude. If it dies on us.
We'll just charge it real quick when we get in there.
6'3".
Yeah, that's a lie. He's closer to 6'1". He's like Bronny James.
Just if he can touch the top of the backboard.
I'm not Jackson. He probably has a 45-inch vert. I mean, he's
Dude, we've
bouncy.
been going for well over an hour.
Yeah,
we're good.
I know.
We're good. Let's stop it right now.
It's kind of weird. I think you know what? I think the battery of my computer's dying faster. Because I feel like it got up over 50. Like, it never gets this
but
low.
when we do this, it goes fast, though. Like, it'll go faster.
Yeah, but I
doing
think
this.
it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Okay, so that was episode 77. This is fun. It's a good time. Talked a lot about basketball. We didn't even get in the NFL or college football game. We can talk about it next time. A lot of stuff to go in NBA playoffs. And, yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for listening, and go fuck yourself.